Hi everyone, my name is Ace. I am a low-income 25-year-old living on the East Coast of the United States, working in nonprofit administration, and this is Ace of Coins. Welcome back, or welcome if you're new. Today we're not going to be doing anything directly cash related, but it is finance related. Like I mentioned in one of my previous videos, I wanted to do a money bowl refresh to kind of give you guys an idea of how you can manifest your financial goals in a more physical way as well as a metaphysical way, because using physical items to aid in that manifestation can help it grow more quickly or come to fruition with a particular goal in mind. So for example, say I need $100 to pay my electrical bill and I just don't have it right now. I can use my money bowl or a petition, which we'll go over, and write out those exact numbers and that exact purpose and the intent. A lot of people call it the intent of whatever working that you do. I don't like calling it intention or intent. I just kind of call it my need. Usually when you do workings based on need, the desired outcome is much more concrete and more in line with what you originally petitioned for or what you were originally envisioning. Today we're doing a need-based working by refreshing my money bowl and writing a petition for increased funds, financial stability, and a new job for me because of all of the changes that are going on in my life right now. Specifically, moving to Texas, looking for a new start with my boyfriend, and it's a big jump. So let's get into doing this money bowl refresh, and I'll show you guys a little bit about how you can manifest your financial goals through a money bowl working.
So to begin our money bowl construction, I have here a candle holder that's going to be acting as my money bowl. You might notice there's tissues in the bottom of it because I didn't realize there was a hole in the bottom of this candle holder. So I just stuffed some tissues down there to help support all the items that are inside. We're going to be starting off with some cedar incense to smoke cleanse this vessel. And smoke cleansing helps to purify the energy around whatever you're smoke cleansing. So it could be the vessel of the money bowl, it could be the items inside it, or you can even smoke cleanse yourself. You can smoke cleanse really anything. But another thing you want to remember is that you want the bowl to be spiritually and metaphysically cleansed, also being physically cleansed. You want it to be clean. Next, we're going to be adding some coins because these coins represent what I want to manifest through this money bowl, and that is, of course, money. Originally in my money bowl, I had foreign currency in there as well, but I decided that I wanted to remove that because I don't want to generate just foreign currency in my life. I want to generate American currency because I'm currently living in America, and that is my main need right now. So I'm adding in quarters. We have some gold dollar coins. I found a large silver $50 and a small silver dollar coin, which I had never seen before. So we're putting those in, and the only foreign currency that I'm going to be adding are 2 1-yen pieces that I've had since I was a kid. I like collecting coins and different countries' currencies. So I'll be putting the Japanese yen in there because my boyfriend and I are thinking about traveling to Japan again and also possibly moving there one day. So I do want to generate a little bit of money if by any chance I can. Next, I will be adding a partial stick of cinnamon, which I did have in my older money bowl, but this cinnamon is new because when I smelled the other one, it was there was no scent of cinnamon left. It's been sitting in there for a really long time. So we're gonna add a new piece of cinnamon in here, and cinnamon represents things being speedily resolved or very quickly brought to fruition, as well as having a correspondent with money and finances. So I'm just going to be verbally telling this cinnamon what I want it to represent. Next, I'll be adding a little acorn. Unfortunately, this acorn's hat fell off, but that's okay. We trudge on. In some folklore, it is thought that putting an acorn in your pocket can generate more money in your life. So instead of putting this acorn in my pocket, and I have done this before, but instead of putting it in my pocket, we're going to be putting it into my money bowl, and it'll basically have the same effect because it has that financial correspondence. Again, I will be reusing some stones from my previous money bowl, and I would highly recommend that if you're able to recycle items from your previous money bowl, please do, because it's more economically and environmentally friendly. So I've added in a tiger eye, which has strong ties to financial abundance. This stone, I believe it is some kind of agate. It does look like gold and green, so I associate that with money. We also have some fool's gold or pyrite that we'll be adding in there. And although it is fool's gold, it can still be tied to wealth because of its sparkly, shiny nature. The next item I'll be putting into my money bowl is a bay leaf. You can add these bay leaves in as like a neutral energy kind of conductor. Without writing anything on it, you can just add them in to help boost the energy that you want to create within your money bowl. But I'm actually going to be writing my need, my desire, or my intention onto the bay leaf before adding it inside. On this bay leaf, I've written success, job, prosperity, abundance, money, and freedom. And I think those things are the most important to me right now when it comes to my career and also my finances. Now I'll be adding some plant correspondence. Although we did add cinnamon and acorn already, I wanted to add some maple leaves. I had a maple leaf in my previous money bowl as well, but this time I'm only going to be adding some crushed maple leaves rather than a full maple leaf, just because it's less bulky. But maple leaves also have ties to money and love workings. So if I also want to generate some softness within my finances, I can also have kind of that kind energy that's coming through. I will also be adding some oak leaves, which are also crushed, and oak has, obviously, in conjunction with the acorn, has ties to money and finances as well as prosperity, but oak is also seen as a very strong, stable tree. So I want my finances to be rooted in stability as well. This one's a new one for me. I did not add red cedar to my previous money bowl, but because cedar is very common in my area up in the Northeast, and I do have some, but this little jar is all that I have. I'm just going to be adding a few pieces because cedar is associated with, obviously, money, finances, protection, and strength. So I wanted to add a little bit of that in there. Pine needles are next. I often use pine in my workings because I'm very connected with the pine species. There's a pine tree on my property right outside, and I'm very connected to that tree. So pine is associated with protection, money, finances, as well as purity and cleansing. So I do want to bring this sort of energy into my money bowl. I didn't catch this on camera, but I also added a shimmery green Japanese omamori knot, which is supposed to symbolize me tying up and securing more funds and money for myself, as well as add maybe a little bit of protection in there. Finally, I will be writing a petition to add into my money bowl. A petition is basically an ask or a request to spirits, or if you're religious, to your deity or saint or whoever you pray to, and asking for what it is exactly that you're trying to manifest. In my case, I want to manifest a new job, which I will enjoy because I don't want to hate my job. Increased finances, stable finances, and the freedom to pursue my dreams and what I love to do without needing to worry about not having the funds to support myself, essentially. So hopefully increased pay will help me pay off my student loans faster and then grant me that freedom that I want to manifest within this money bowl. I know I said that the petition would be the last item in my money bowl, but I do want to add one more thing, and that is a tag log. A tag log is an item that directly ties your working to yourself or to a person that you're doing a working for. Historically, spells and workings were done to affect the people and those around them and their lives in general. So they would often use tag locks, which included something like hair or fingernails or sometimes even spit. But if you're not interested in doing this, you do not have to do a tag lock that is from your body. You can use something that is very sentimental or very connected to you, just in like a nostalgic kind of way, or it just has value to you. So you can use that as a tag lock as well. But for me, I am going to be using a lock of my hair. It's not a very large lock of hair, but it does have my DNA in it and part of my spirit. So I will be using this small lock of hair in my money bowl. Now, all the energy that is manifested within this vessel will be tied directly to me.
So that is how you make a money bowl. Again, this is not something you have to do exactly the way I did it. It's very customizable, so do what you can with what you have. Don't feel like you have to go out and buy things in order to do this. Thank you guys so much for watching this video today. It's not my usual cash stuffing content, but I hope you liked it anyway. Please leave a like if you enjoyed this video, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you never miss when I upload a new video, which next time will be a regular cash stuffing. I'm excited for the opportunities that are coming my way and coming your way as well, and I hope to see you guys again real soon. Bye!